Gotcha. There we go.
Putting back. Shot in. Oh!
The celebrations here are unbelievable.
Welcome to a celebration of local soccer here in Des Moines, Iowa. Thomas Campbell here in the booth as the Des Moines Menace take on the ICL All-Stars in a friendly match just to get prepared for the rest of the USL 2 season. The ICL All-Stars consist of the best players from teams from the Iowa Champions League, which is the local amateur league here in Des Moines. And it should be a very exciting night, a night to celebrate local soccer here as the Des Moines Menace, who are coming off of a 3-1 win against Sueno FC, look to continue their 30th season taking on some of the Des Moines area's best. And we will take a look at a few of those players now, the players to look at for each team. Starting first for the Des Moines Menace, the number 6, Edri Ciceres. Ciceres had a goal and an assist in the 4-1 win over Chicago City SC just 2 weeks ago in the Menace's last home game. Ciceres was very dynamic on that left-hand side and looks to be dynamic again tonight, but will be playing in the midfield instead. And then for the ICL All-Stars, a name that everyone watching the Menace should be familiar with, that would be Charlie Bales, former Menace GM, who played in the Open Cup match for the Menace earlier this year against Union Omaha. Bales, a former Western Illinois player, as well as playing for the Des Moines Menace before taking over as GM. He did resign from his role this year to be replaced by Oliver Krause, but should be a very interesting game tonight. The Menace just looking to regroup a little bit after a 500 trip out to Chicago where they lost to River Light FC 1-0, but recovered against Sueno FC, beating them 3-1 in a game that took 2 days. The first half kicked off and then was rained out and moved to the next morning to be played in an indoor facility. The Menace's next USL 2 game will be this Wednesday. So they take on Chicago City SC in Chicago. They beat Chicago City 4-1 in their last matchup with the team. We'll go to a quick break here. You're watching Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Outdoor furniture season is here and we've got you covered with the best selection in Central Iowa. We're featuring Poly Furniture by Berlin Gardens. Once you've seen the fit, finish, quality, and materials of Berlin Gardens Poly Furniture, it makes everything else look like it was built in somebody's backyard. We also have Iowa's best selection of aluminum, wicker, wrought iron, cushion, and sling. Fireplace Superstore. just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
It's our truck and SUV sale at DeArmond Ford Indianola. New 2023 F-150s. Get 1.9% for 72 months or 3.9% for 84 months. Plus up to $7,000 off MSRP. Receive a first ever $2,000 rebate on the 2023 Ford Bronco. And save on new Ford SUVs like Explorer, Escape, Edge, Expedition with 2.9% for 72 months plus no payments for 90 days. It's our truck and SUV sale at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
2 years ago, the idea of a better league started, where the focus was to bring the best of soccer players in and out of the pitch. Iowa Champions League is where champions are made, where players become legends, where talent is not enough without a team. Champions are defined by overcoming every defeat, every mistake, and at the end, a champion is born. Are you ready to join the best league in Iowa? Iowa, let's make history.
Welcome back to this exhibition match between the Des Moines Menace and the ICL All-Stars. I'm Thomas Campbell, joined in the booth by George McCready. It's an interesting night for the Menace as they look to get some momentum going into a tough stretch of schedule in USL League 2. We'll take a look at those League 2 standings right now. Peoria City leads the Heartland Conference with 11 points. Leads St. Charles FC just on goal differential, who also has 11 points, as well as Riverlight FC also on 11 points. Des Moines just 1 point behind. And those teams, they've played very good this year. Menace has had the chance to see two of them. They drew Peoria, had a close loss to Riverlight. George, what do you think that they need to do tonight to prepare themselves to go into this really meaty part of the schedule?
I think it's just a chance to see a few of the other guys who haven't had the minutes they probably think they deserve. You get to see them out there tonight, and they'll try and make a case for why they should be in the squads when they're playing the big teams.
Those big teams are coming up indeed. Next on the schedule for the Menace is Chicago City SC. Then they return home to play St. Charles FC. St. Charles, a team that has really just dominated this year, except for two draws, one coming against Chicago City SC, then one coming against Riverlight FC. We will take a short break here. When we come back, we will have starting lineups and all the action. You're watching Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing Unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Outdoor furniture season is here, and we've got you covered with the best selection in Central Iowa. We're featuring Poly Furniture by Berlin Gardens. Once you've seen the fit, finish, quality, and materials of Berlin Gardens Poly Furniture, it makes everything else look like it was built in somebody's backyard. We also have Iowa's best selection of aluminum, wicker, wrought iron, cushion, and sling. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Summertime run in the 515. The air's getting thicker, the heat on the rise. Energy's sweet, I got a car we can drive. We got the perfect combination and a whole lot of time. We got a fever, burning hot in the scene. Good times in the city, yeah, we're living the dream. We're running up and down Grand, the love is non-stop. Iowa State Fair is the hot spot.
It's our spring sales event at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. New 2024 Silverado 1500s up to $9,500 off MSRP. Our last new 2023 Sierra 1500 up to $10,000 off MSRP. New 2024 Malibu 3.9% for 72 months. And lease the 2024 all-electric Chevy Blazer for only $449 a month. Save big this spring on all new Chevrolet and GMCs in Knoxville, Iowa. DeArmondChevyGMC.com.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there, move it, move it, move it!
Welcome back to this friendly match between the Des Moines Menace and the ICL All-Stars. I'm Thomas Campbell, joined by George McCready in the booth, and we have the starting lineups for each team. First for the visiting ICL All-Stars. Starting in the net, number 1, Ronan Murphy, then a back four of number 10, Braden Allen, number 19, Garrett Krall, number 8, Michael Hegelmeicher, number 3, Jordan Corrier, number 2, Charlie Bales in the midfield with number 7, Eric Farr, number 9, Husref Upich, leading line of number 12, Rashidi Ishwani, number 11, Jack Palin, number 22, Jordy Triana. Now the starting lineup for the Des Moines Menace. Returning to the lineup, number 1, Victor Hoiberg, a back three of number 4, Mason Tatafu, number 15, Kyle Owen, number 29, Sammy Lashikar, midfield 5 of number 2, Genny Kenyane, number 28, Quentin Blair, number 23, Gabriel Giotto, number 8, Jackson Kirsch, number 6, Eddie Cesares, a front two of number 7, Ezekiel Padilla, and number 11, Konstantinos Georgiales. George, what do you expect to see out of this lineup, specifically some of the guys who haven't gotten as much playing time and some guys who are new to the squad?
I think you'll see a lot of the same. A lot of the principles that Troy brings across through his teams will be shown again tonight. I don't think it changes with the personnel. You'll see a bit more attacking flair maybe with the players that are out there tonight, trying to make their mark, and I just hope that they stick to the basics and do what they're good at and don't try and push themselves too far just to try and make an impact.
Do you think there is any specific player that will make an impact tonight and try to gain those minutes?
You've got Konstantinos. He's just had his clearance. Played 45 minutes against Riverlight. He's been at Louisville for a few years and just transferred to UNCG. He's a big time player. Played in some big time games, and I think he'll be good tonight.
Another player to watch would be Edry Cesares. Cesares had a goal and an assist against Chicago City SC the last time the Menace were at home. looking to have another big performance tonight as we are just about to get underway in this celebration of local soccer between the Des Moines Menace and the Central Iowa's best of the ICL All-Stars. Will be Padilla to kick this off for the Menace. Just waiting on the ref's whistle now. Will be interesting to see how the ICL All-Stars play, as they are a collection of players from various teams across Central Iowa, and they usually play against each other. Ball all the way back to Lachacare. Owen over to Hoiberg. Out to Lachacare. Find Kirsch in the midfield. Back to Owen. Over to Tatafu. Menace being very patient. They've been very patient in games this year, not trying to do too much early.
Yeah, it's a bit similar to what we've seen in most games. Just get the ball down around the back, just get a feel for the game, see what the opponents are going to bring at them, and then try and pick them off from there.
Corrier taps that out wide. Caceres gets his first touches of the game. Ball just played back to Owen here. Caceres. Constantino's just losing it. Will be Kenyane tapping that one out of bounds. Slow play early from each team here.
Yeah, both teams are trying to get a feel for each other, it looks like. The Menace have had their foot on the ball, but haven't really created anything thus far.
Shibwami playing that back. 3 former Menace players here on the ICL All-Stars, that being forward number 11, Jack Palin, number 9, Husarf Upich, and number 2, Charlie Bales. Bales, the former GM for the Menace. Ball taken away by Padilla here. Finds its way all the way back to Owen. Tatafu now. Back to Owen. Played up through. Dia driving, sends it out wide to Kenyane. Sarah's just holding in the midfield. No real urgency from Des Moines tonight. Ball played through for Constantinos. The shove from Charlie Bales there, just enough to force a heavy touch from Constantinos. Goes out for the first goal kick of the match.
I think you've seen early on a bit of link-up play in the midfield from the Menace. These boys play with each other every day in practice. There's going to be a few little partnerships formed, which I think might give them the upper hand against the All-Stars.
Murphy deep. Tended for Palin, headed away by Owen. Pinballing around in the midfield. Kirsch has it taken away by Fauner. Ref sees a challenge with that. Fauner took that quickly. The foul was on him, and it will go back to the Menace. Jackson Kirsch, relatively new to the lineup, the Cedar Rapids, Iowa native.
It's interesting to see the Menace play in a 3-5-2 that sort of didn't see them do so well in the second half against Sueno. They switched to it at half-time, and since then it's been a 3-0 win for the Menace.
Ball played quickly to Caceres. There's that cross-field ball intended for Gallardo. Just unable to control it, and it'll be Allen winning the ball away for the All-Stars. Courier now. Up intended for Palin. Finds its way back to Owen. No team showing any real sense of urgency 5 minutes into this match.
No, it's playing a bit more like the friendly atmosphere that the game's been titled. I thought there would have been a bit more pace in the game with guys trying to impress Troy and the All-Stars trying to leave their mark on a big Des Moines Menace side.
All-Stars not been under any real pressure tonight. Will be interesting to see how that back line stays connected, having really only been together for a week in preparation for this match.
Yeah, and as the game goes on, you expect the Menace to get more and more into it as they've been practicing every day, getting fitter. I don't know how the All-Stars have been practicing, but I don't think they'll be in every day like the Menace.
Many of the ICL All-Stars do play quite often around Central Iowa. Many of them went to high school in Central Iowa. Several, a Roosevelt High School grad, a Ankeny High School grad, all played in, intended for Constantinos. Kenyane now on it. And getting Kenyane just unable to control that as it goes out.
Yeah, that's not the service Constantinos really wants. He's only a small guy out there, but he doesn't really want the ball in the air. Give it to him between his feet, and that's where he'll work his magic.
Blair. Feed of view pitch over to Allen. Allen deep. That ball intended for Ishawami will fall all the way back to Hoiberg. Victor Hoiberg's first touches of the night.
Yeah, that's one thing I like about Victor. He's always aware in the game. He hasn't had anything to do so far, and he's had a high starting position there and cut the long ball off.
Addo just keeping that in. Sent all the way back now to Murphy. With Allen. Over to Krull. Back to Hagelheimer. Ball intended for Ishibwami. He's got some speed. Ball intended for Palin. Had Triana running on the back post.
Yeah, you had two guys there. That was a big opportunity for the All-Stars. They could be few and far between tonight, so they need to make more of it when they get in behind. But I think they'll be very happy with the start that they've made. Menace haven't really had any big opportunities, and they've had their fair share of possession.
Menace going with a fairly unusual lineup tonight compared to what they normally do, giving some key players like Mark Torellis some rest, and then players like Peter Pearson representing their national team with St. Lucia right now in World Cup qualifying.
Yeah, it's a great experience for Pete, and he deserves every bit of it.
Here's Kirsch getting in, plays it back to Padilla, off the post. A wonderful opportunity for Ezekiel Padilla to open up the scoring just 8 minutes into this match.
Yeah, there's the first big chance of the night. You expect Padilla to took that one away, but I think there'll be plenty more for him out there tonight.
Jackson Kirsch did well to draw Murphy away from the net. Padilla just unable to finish the pass back.
Yeah, it's a great run from Jackson, and to have the composure in the box to just put his foot on it and wait for Padilla to make the space. It's brilliant play from Jackson.
Crawl. Switches field, looking for Courier. Now with Charlie Bales.
There's that starting position from Vic again. High again, he stops every ball over the top. Gives your defense the chance to push up, and you don't have to worry about that one over the top anymore.
All the way back to Krull with Fauner now. Corey. All-Stars growing into this match. Ball played in for Ishibwami. Tatafu just giving a shove to the back of Ishibwami, and it will be going out for a throw-in. The decision was a little in between a throw-in and a free kick there. Shabwami sends it in with Upich. Shabwami. Cross in. Dealt with well by Lashikar. Allen. Allen makes a move. He's got some speed down that line. Allen now regains it. Over to Triana. Sent out of bounds for a Menace goal kick.
Yeah, it looks like the Menace are just still trying to find their feet in this game. They've had the one big chance, but other than that, there's not been much going on for them, and it's been pretty much all Iowa All-Stars so far.
The All-Stars have done well. Despite All-Star teams usually struggle to find link-up play, and they're doing that very well tonight.
Yeah, no, I've been extremely impressed with them so far. They've linked up. They look like a team that have been practicing every day so far.
Tatafu over to Owen. Owen looking for Jackson Kirsch. Kirsch had that wonderful run to create the one chance for the Menace tonight. Tatafu now. Over to Kenyane. Ball played in, intended for Jackson Kirsch. Correa goes down, and the foul goes against Kirsch. Didn't look to be a lot of contact there between the two.
No, but as soon as you get your body in front of the defender, as soon as he feels that contact, he's going to go down. And Jackson made the decision easy for the referee, and it was an easy out for the All-Stars.
Correa now. Back to Bales. Charlie Bales in a center defensive midfield role tonight. Shifting back more into a center back role here. Ball played deep. Ishibuami just offsides to receive that. Still no real urgency. Both teams playing at a fairly slow pace. Is Palin now. Ball in for Triana, tapped away by Lashikar. Blair back to Owen. Owen into Padilla. Tatafu now. Up to Kenyane. Padilla leaves it for Konstantinos. Lashikar. Over to Blair. Some brilliant one-touch passing here from the Menace. Getting forward.
Yeah, it's the first time we've really seen the Menace get their foot down and move the ball side to side. It's what Troy will look for. Just move the ball side to side. Don't force things and the space will open up.
Ezekiel Padilla now. With the move. Just unable to get the shot off, and it is cleared out of bounds by Corrier.
Yeah, just one touch too many right there for Ezekiel. He had the chance for a cutback or a shot and just took that extra touch, and the space was closed down very quickly.
Ball ended up going off the hand of Padilla for a handball. All-Stars regain possession. Upich. Over to Crawl. Allen looking for Triana. Menace on the break, it's Blair. Out to Kenyane. Over to Lashikar. Ball in, brilliant one-touch pass from Kirsch. Ball in, Kaido unable to find Padilla. Shabwame just able to clear. Ball goes out for a Menace throw-in. Menace really growing into this match, starting to have more attacking opportunities.
A lot of one-touch football going on now. It's a bit better to see from the Menace. It's still a bit scrappy when we get into the final third, but it will come.
Ball cleared out. Back to Blair. Played in Padilla. Lays it off for Constantinos. Constantinos goes down. He's holding his ankle, but play continues. Here's Lashikar into Padilla. Padilla makes a move, and Kral just uses his body to get in front of Ezekiel Padilla there.
Yeah, good strength from the center half there.
Halen just unable to keep it in. Goes out for another Menace throw-in. Over to Tatafu. "15 minutes played. No real opportunities for each team. Ezekiel Padilla did have one that hit the post, but outside of that, it's been a relatively calm game."
Yeah, none of the Menace players have really put a stamp on this game yet and staked a claim to be put into that squad for the next game yet.
Gallardo. Over to Kirsch. Sarah's down the line. Kenyane just slipping, and Kenyane's had the chance to go down the line tonight, but has lost his footing. Ball out for an All-Stars throw-in.
Yeah, the pressure from the Menace is a bit better there. We'd like to see a bit more of that, where they're not letting them get out. We see it again.
Charlie Bales plays that out. Kenyane down in for Padilla. Padilla just can't get past Courier. Now it's Palin dispossessed by Blair, and that foul goes against Quentin Blair. Quentin Blair, who saw some run time in the end of that 4-1 victory over Chicago City SC. You described it earlier, it really has been a friendly atmosphere in tonight's game.
Yeah, there's not been many challenges or much pressure on either side. Usually you'll see the difference between good players and bad players is when the pressure's on them. That's when good players will still play at their top ability, where bad players may make a few errors. But so far tonight, it's been pretty tame from the press from both sides, and everyone's just been able to get their foot on it and have a friendly little game.
Menace usually playing that high press. They like to put the back line of the opposing team under a lot of pressure. None of that tonight.
No, it's been. I think the games and trainings have started to take a little bit of toll on the players, but maybe tonight's a good opportunity for a few of the ones that we say, like the Max Broughtons, to get a rest in the team and be firing again. But you would expect these guys, they haven't been out there playing much recently, so they should be full of energy and trying to make their impact tonight, and we've not seen that so far.
Hoiberg has done well playing that high line, got forward just there again. Now with Constantinos, over to Blair. All played in, that's for Padilla. And Kral just using his body once again. Those big-bodied center backs for the All-Stars really keeping the Menace attack at bay. Murphy sends that out wide. Back to Hegelheimer. Over to Courier. We're back to Hegelheimer. Padilla giving some pressure there. Not enough to win the ball. Sent out for a Menace throw-in. Seems to be a few substitutions for the All-Stars. Be number 12, Rashidi Ishabwami. Number 3, Jordan Courier coming off the pitch. Placed by number 5, Juan Carlos Zuniga, and number 17, Carlos Smith.
Two substitutions for the ICL All-Stars entering the game. First off, number 5, Juan Carlos Zuniga, along with number 17.
Ball back to Owen following the restart.
The game, number 3, Jordan Courier, along with number 12,
Deep Gallardo.
Yeah, the Menace don't need to start forcing things yet. They'll just keep moving the ball around, move from side to side, and those gaps are going to start opening. You see it from the team who haven't been playing together very often. Gaps are going to form. They're not going to be as organised. The Menace just need to keep moving that ball from side to side, and the gaps will open up.
Cross from Kenyane there, going off Hegelheimer for the first corner kick of the night for the Des Moines Menace. Will be Caceres to take.
In recent games, we've seen how effective these corner kicks have been for the Menace, and you'd expect the exact same tonight, even with the personnel changes.
Will be an in-swinging ball from Caceres to the back post. Zuniga getting his first touches on the game. Up to Triana. Just mishitting that, trying to switch the field.
Yeah, there were two guys wide open on the far side, if you could see a bit earlier, but just the pass went a bit astray, and the Menace were able to get back in.
Ball quickly in play to Kenyane. Konstantinos.
He's all isolated on this side by himself. He's got to take 3 guys on. That's all it's been pretty much so far for the Menace, is very isolated in the wide areas. We saw it before. Jackson made a great run and beat 2-3 guys, but you're not going to get to do that every time. They need to get more guys around the ball in the final third and start linking up.
Was Charlie Bales dispossessing Konstantinos there? Bales has really made his impact shown tonight, as he's been one of the main defensive players for the All-Stars. Caceres now the ball in for Padilla. He has got space and he's got speed. Cuts in, just unable to find the pass. Ball in now, Caceres. Touch falls to Crawl.
Yeah, it's just all a bit. The final touch, the final pass in the final third for the Menace is just letting them down at the moment. The build-up play's been all right as far, but it's just in that final third. Been a bit of lack of quality, which you don't expect from these players. They're all good players. Maybe the lack of game time is playing a part in that, but you'd expect them with the quality out there to be at least making a few more chances in the final third.
More substitutions for the All-Stars coming in. Jordan Courier will be replaced by number 4, Marcus Varnum, along with number 27, Javier Flores, coming into the game. Ball going out for a Menace throw-in. Padilla now over to Tatfu. Padilla. Kenyane. Back to Tatfu. Over to Owen. Now out to Gallardo. Into Kirsch. Jackson Kirsch has been one of the bright spots for the Menace. Ezekiel Padilla now. Back to Blair. In behind for Kenyane. And Kenyane with some fancy footwork. It's Ezekiel Padilla now. The shot from Padilla just deflected into the hands of Ronan Murphy. No trouble there.
Yeah, and that's all come from the ball switching side to side, being patient, and it's allowed the Menace to get up and get more men around the ball in that final third area, and then they get a chance from it. We need to see more of that.
Ball played in here for Lashikar. No guy out dispossessed here by Allen. Goes out for a Menace throw-in. Both teams starting to show a little bit of physicality there, especially the back line of the ICL All-Stars. Padilla now. The shot from Padilla, very mishit.
I don't know whether that was a shot or a cross. Been kept in play by Constantinos there.
Constantinos does well now with Ciceres. Ball in, Constantinos, the hit! A phenomenal goal from Constantinos Georgiales. Off the volley, he hit it perfectly into that side netting.
Yeah, great disguise on the pass from Edric Ciceres, and then tucked away brilliantly by Con. Nice link up, I've seen that a lot in practice, and it's shown it's come to fruition in the game.
Here's that ball, Ciceres.
Looked like he was going to shoot, and just little clip into Constantinos, and then a great finish.
Constantinos does well, settles it with his chest, and just blasts it into the side netting off the volley. Menace lead 1-0 early into this match. Just 26 minutes played. Only really the second attacking opportunity for the Menace. Had one on that Padilla shot that hit the post, and 2 attacking opportunities. Should be 2 goals, but they'll be happy with 1 so far.
Yeah, the last 5 minutes they've got the ball down a bit more, and just like I said, they needed to move it side to side, and they've started to do that. And it's given them the goal, and hopefully they've seen how advantageous doing that is, and they'll carry it on.
Bonner over to Varnum. Ball played in. Intended for Flores.
Just a mix-up there in the box. That could have been a big chance for Iowa All-Stars.
Now into Padilla. Padilla clattered to the ground there by Fauner.
Yeah, he's got to keep the ball there. He's got to check his shoulders and be stronger.
Bales now. Bales the shot. Dealt with by Victor Hoiberg. Riley Bales looking to get a goal against his former club.
Yeah, he showed a great burst of pace there to get him behind.
Carlos Zuniga played a wonderful ball, and then Bales got a good foot on it, but right to the feet of Victor Hoiberg. With Owen now back to Hoiberg. Out to Kenyane. Ball in behind for Constantinos. Now it's up to Padilla. Padilla is free. Has Kirsch running back post. Padilla looking for Kirsch. Allen does well to take it away. Now up to Smith. Smith fighting with Tatafu, gets it up to Flores. Just played up to Ciceres. Menace slowing the game down once again. Blair out to Kenyane. Back to Blair. Switch the field, looking for Gallardo. Just too much.
Yeah, there's no need to force that one there. Just keep the ball, keep it moving, and then when there's an obvious chance to then break a line, that's when it should be done, and that's when you change the pace of the attack. At the moment, it's a bit all one speed for the Menace. They're slowing it down, but then they're not picking the speed back up when the options are on to break the lines. And it's all just being played in front of the All-Stars, and then you obviously get the mistakes when you try and force something.
Ball played in, looking for Carlos Zuniga. Now over to Bales. Bales in, intended for Allen. Tapped out wide. Lashakir does well there. Throwing no real urgency. Back to Allen. Over to Varnum. Varnum loses it to Kirsch. Ball now at the feet of Padilla. Over to Caceres. Menace showing no real urgency to break on the counterattack. Will allow the All-Stars to regroup. Hadafu just resetting its Owen. Over to Lashakir. Now up to Padilla. Padilla switches field. Kenyane has space. Has Konstantinos down the line. Konstantinos makes some moves. Just tapped out wide there. It was Hegelheimer doing very well to keep Konstantinos off the score sheet for a second time.
Konstantinos starting to put his mark on his game. I mentioned him before the game to be one to watch. He's got his goal and now he's looking to add to it.
Will be Caceres to take another in-swinging corner, another opportunity for the Menace to get on the board here. Goes quickly. Konstantinos the cross to the back post, no one there. And just unable to be dealt with correctly by Quentin Blair.
Yeah, for the Iowa All-Stars, the ball can't be bouncing in the box, and when it does, you expect the Menace player to be on the end of it, and they'll be unhappy that they haven't made the most of that.
Lashakir was there, just unable to put a good foot on it. It's with Allen for the All-Stars. Over to Hegelheimer.
Good pressure from Konstantinos.
Konstantinos now has Kirsch running, finds Kirsch. Kirsch, Caceres. Into Padilla. And Padilla just sitting in an offsides position. It was a close call, but referee deems it offsides.
Yeah, it's just not falling for Padilla at the moment. That final ball or the final little chance before he can get a shot away seems to be lurking him at the moment.
Allen with it. Ball played in for Charlie Bales. Just in an offsides position, thought he held his run.
Yeah, he just wanted that one a little bit early. You could see him, his eyes lit up, and the pass just took 1 second too long, and he was offside.
Imagine Ezekiel Padilla really lurking, looking for that goal. He already should have one, and looks like he's just waiting for a second opportunity. Hasn't been able to find it.
Yeah, we've seen it with the game so far in the USL 2 as well. He's had his chances. He might be lacking a little bit of confidence, and confidence is a massive thing in soccer. If he's got his confidence, he's just going to take one touch and hit it, and those chances would have turned into goals. But he's just, at the moment, it looks like he's overthinking that final little bit, and it's costing him, whether that's the defender gets back in or he's offside.
Ball now with Padilla, shifting much farther than he has. Played in looking for Kenyane. Falls to the feet of Kirsch. Kirsch in for Caceres. Caceres, ball behind for Padilla. Hegelheimer does well to get a foot to it.
Great bit of acrobatic defending that was.
Ball now. Hoiberg controls with his chest. Victor Hoiberg very good with his feet, playing that high out of his goal. Caceres, ball in for Konstantinos. It's a foot race between Konstantinos and Murphy. Falls to Padilla. Padilla, the shot. Just off Hegelheimer into the hands of Ronan Murphy. Just not falling for Padilla tonight.
No, you'd be a lot more worried if he wasn't getting the chances, though. The one will hit the back of the net eventually, and then it's just whether he kicks on from there.
Pato colliding with Allen there. Fauner.
Well stepped in by Sammy.
Shakir takes it away with now with Gallardo. Back to Lachakir. Lachakir finds Quentin Blair in the midfield. To Mason Tatathu. Into Konstantinos. Down line intended for Gallardo. He'll get onto it. Ball in for Kirsch. Now Padilla. Shot just to the feet of Ronan Murphy once again. Jackson Kirsch unable to get a shot off the initial ball.
Once again, it falls to Padilla, and he just rushes his shot there. He had time for an extra touch. I don't think he realised that. There wasn't a shout to tell him time. Immediately won back by Caceres. Yeah, the game's slowly falling into what we expected of the Menace controlling it, getting a lot more chances. I think that's coming down to the fitness of the All-Stars. They don't have the chance to train every day and get their fitness up, so it's where you expect the Menace to get on top.
Ball in for Kenyane. Kenyane the cross to Padilla. Padilla another shot, a wonderful save from Ronan Murphy.
Yeah, it really is just not falling for Padilla tonight.
Now back to the feet of Kenyane. Over to Blair. Constantinos in for Padilla. Padilla just offsides. He finally puts it in the back of the net. But just unable to time his run, partly due to the step from Hegelheimer. Ezekiel Padilla just has to be so disappointed that he hasn't scored yet tonight.
Yeah, he'll start to get frustrated, but there's no need to. Keep working at it and it will come. But that was a great defensive line from the All-Stars for a team that have been put together very quickly. Their defensive shape's been quite impressive so far.
Just saw that save from Murphy, who did very well. Substitution now for the All-Stars. Number 16, Dennis Sayich, coming into the game. Ball in now for Constantinos. Into Kirsch. Caceres behind for Padilla. Padilla dragged down in the box. No foul call, out for a goal kick.
Number 16, Dennis Seahick comes in along with number...
Yeah, I don't think there was enough contact there for a penalty. Padilla just lost his balance in the box. There was slight contact, but I don't think it was enough to call a penalty.
It's like both players just lost their footing a little bit. All over to Sayich. Now it's Caceres. Caceres driving. Just attempts to leave it off for Constantinos. All-Stars now with a chance to break. Bales over to Smith. Smith the ball in, all the way back to the feet of Hoiberg. .37 minutes played. It's been mostly Menace this first half. The All-Stars had a few chances earlier in the game, but since then, it's been all Des Moines Menace.
Yeah, they had a few crossing chances. First 20 minutes, it looked very good. Their shape's been good the whole half, the All-Stars, but the Menace is just beginning to show their class.
Padilla now driving down the line. Just stopped there by Sayich.
Yeah. Troy McCarroll won't like the reaction from Padilla there. Just stopped and let the man out easily. You might not agree with the call, but you've got to chase the ball down.
Ball at the feet of Kroll. Now to Bales. Kroll over to Bales. Bales looking in deep for Flores. Back to Kenyane, now with Caceres. Blair to Caceres, back to Blair. Over to Blair. Wait, over to Tatafu. Just over 5 minutes left to play. Ball in now for Ezekiel Padilla. Manages to be in an onside position. Padilla finally puts one in the back of the net. A brilliant shot, bringing out Ronan Murphy. And then slotting it past him. Ezekiel Padilla has to be happy that he finally is on the score sheet.
Yeah, he's finally broken. You can call it a drought. It's not been that long, but it feels like a drought. And it's another great ball by Constantinos in behind. And then Padilla with the composure to take that extra touch and just stick it in the top corner.
Ezekiel Padilla had quite the amount of chances tonight, but until now hadn't been able to really find the back of the net. Does that, puts the Menace up 2-0.
Yeah, he's looked lively so far tonight. It's just not falling for him so far, but he'll be ecstatic with that goal. His first goal for the Menace, and hopefully many more to come.
Ishibuame and Upich now returning to the lineup for the All-Stars. Given the fitness, it appears that they are allowed unlimited substitutions tonight, which out of a friendly match, that's what you want to see. You want to see the ICL really showcase all the talent they have in their league.
And the goal scored by number 7, Ezekiel Padilla.
Yeah, the friendly game gives a lot for both sides. It's a big opportunity for the ICL boys, and it also provides the fitness. If you look at the Des Moines Menace bench, there's only 2 guys on there. They're using this game for more of a fitness thing, whereas the ICL bench is full of people to come on whenever they're needed.
Ishibuame in an offsides position there. It's 5 minutes left to play in this first half.
Menace fans, CBRE Des Moines is the region's leading commercial brokerage, valuation, and project
Player back to Owen.
firm in Iowa. It is a proud
No real
partner of
urgency
Menace
from the Menace with 5 minutes left to play.
CBRE.com.
Owen out to Lashakir. Now with Padilla, he's dispossessed by Kral. Now it's fair. Benner out to Ishibuame. Ball intended there for Varnum. Ball's the shot from Smith. Nowhere close to threatening the goal mouth of Victor Hoiberg. Out for a Menace goal kick.
Yeah, Victor will take them all night. Shots from outside the box. He'll be very happy just collecting them.
Intensity has been very up and down tonight between the two teams. Lashakir controlling.
Yeah, there's not really been much of a press from either side. The game's been played at a slow tempo, which has suited both teams. But the Menace are starting just to show their class, have that a little bit, where they're moving the ball a little bit quicker, and the ICL All-Stars aren't able to track their runners.
Ball played in here for Padilla. Padilla once again in an offsides position.
Yeah, he's a young lad, Padilla. He'll, over time, he'll learn about when to make those runs, when he needs to be offside. And he's got the pace. He doesn't need to be right on the last line. He should look at his man that he's playing against and see that he's got the beating of him and give himself the extra yard.
Allen now for the All-Stars. Back to Smith. Smith over to Hagelheimer. Ball in deep. No one there to receive. Hoiberg on it with his feet.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more from the ICL All-Stars of getting the ball down and trying to play through the lines. At the moment, it's a bit one-dimensional, and they're just looking over the top. And Victor Hoiberg in goal is eating everything up.
Kirsch dispossessed there. Upich. Over to Farr. Now the ball in, intended for Giotto. Is out for a Menace throw-in. There's 2 minutes left to play in this first half. Intensity has dropped a significant amount since the Ezekiel Padilla goal. Over to Tatafu. Into Kenyane. Kenyane just hacked down there by Ishibuame. Dangerous position here for a Menace free kick.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to force anything, though. They don't need to put the ball in the box. I think they'll just keep it and see the half out.
Constantinos making a run. Dragged down there by Marcus Varnum.
Yeah, this one may be a bit different. It's a shooting chance, so I think this one will be looking more towards the goal. But there's no need to force anything with a minute left on the clock.
A few fouls here for what is being called a friendly match.
Yeah, with the lack of fitness, you're going to pick up a few more niggly fouls towards the end. Just as the Menace players run by you, ICL All-Stars aren't going to like that, and they're just going to stick a foot out.
Constantinos to take this. Step out. Hits it, it's driven Ronan Murphy does well to cover that up.
Yeah, Constantino's going to be happy with that. He stays behind me after practices, practicing his free kicks most days, and usually they're a lot better than that.
That one driven towards the low near post. Upich now. Over to Crawl. Crawl to Smith. Back heel to Upich. Out wide for Zage. Egelheimer. Upich now. Back to Crawl. 45 minutes gone off the clock. Neither team forcing anything this close to halftime.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 1 minute of time in stoppage.
Only 1 minute of added time. Ball played in for Allen. Allen managing to beat Gallardo to it, but Gallardo does well forcing it out. Looks like it will be an All-Stars throw-in this late into the first half. Goes out for a Menace throw-in, which we'll likely see out the first half. Just 5 seconds left of that one added minute. Hoiberg out to Tatafu. Over to Kenyane. Kenyane in deep for Constantinos. Perhaps one more attacking opportunity for the Menace. Constantinos cutting in. Lays it off for Kirsch. Kirsch looking to get it in. And Ishibuame manages to get it away. And that will do it for the first half of play between the Des Moines Menace and the ICL All-Stars. Menace lead 2-0 going into the break. You are watching Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Save on all new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams this spring at DeYarmond Automotive, Knoxville, Iowa. New 2024 Ram Quad Cab 1500 starting at $41,990. Up to $12,000 off on new Jeep Gladiators. New 2024 Grand Cherokee Limited only $45,990. And 2024 Ram Crew Cab 2500s only $52,990. DeYarmond Automotive, Knoxville. Located just minutes from the Metro.
Hey, you two. We all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing Unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some wings. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snacks.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
2 years ago, the idea of a better league started, where the focus was to bring the best of soccer players in and out of the pitch. Iowa Champions League is where champions are made, where players become legends, where talent is not enough without a team. Champions are defined by overcoming every defeat, every mistake, and at the end, a champion is born. Are you ready to join the best league in Iowa? Iowa, let's make history.
Welcome back to the Des Moines Menace versus the ICL All-Stars here in the friendly match that showcases the best of Central Iowa talents. I'm Thomas Campbell, joined in the booth by George McCready. And George, it's been a quiet half, but a dominant half for the Menace tonight.
Yeah, it's a lot of what I expected the game to look like. The first 15, 20 minutes, the ICL All-Stars seemed to keep up with the Menace when they had all the energy coming out of the blocks. But as the half went on, you saw the Menace show their class, and they didn't really have to force anything, play with too much pace, but they made 2-3 big chances and took 2 of them away, and probably deserved the scoreline. But I think there's a lot more out there for them still.
Yeah, the Menace, both the goals coming from both forwards, first Konstantinos, George Liadis, and Ezekiel Padilla. Ezekiel Padilla had a lot of chances, probably thought he should have had more than one, but at this point he'll be happy to have found the back of the net in what's been a frustrating night for him.
Yeah, knowing Ezekiel, he'll be happy with the goal, but I think he'll be more upset that he hasn't had more than one. He's always looking at trying to get his numbers up and score goals, but he's getting a lot of chances and the goals will come eventually.
We'll go ahead and take a look at those 2 goals now. First, the Konstantinos goal. That opened up the scoring. Ball was just flicked on by Ciceras. Konstantinos did well drive that into the side corner off the volley. Next up, we will be taking a look at the Padilla goal. Padilla receiving the ball brilliantly on the run, and just a composer to tuck that into the top corner, finally getting on the score sheet. But as we were talking about, been a frustrating night for Ezekiel Padilla. He had some chances hit the post. He did put one in the back of the net, but was offside. He's had some where just taken one too many touches and a defender flies in. What do you think we'll see from him in the second half of play?
I think it won't change. It'll be the exact same for him. He'll be playing on the last line of defence. And he'll get plenty of more chances. Hopefully he took a few more of them away. He took that last one away like he was a seasoned veteran striker. But you hoped for him to see him took a lot more of these chances away in the second half. But him missing chances or being offside won't discourage him too much. He's not going to stop making those runs, and he'll still be getting those chances.
Another player who's wouldn't have a frustrating night, but has actually had a fairly positive night, that being Jackson Kirsch, new to the lineup. Manages to create the first Padilla chance and has just been electric whenever he gets on the ball. What do you expect to see from him in the second half?
Yeah, he's been good on it when he's got on the ball. I think he'd like to get on the ball a bit more than he has done. When he's got on it, he's driven forward. And maybe been one of the guys for the Menace who have looked to take the ball, dribble past the player. Everyone else, it's been very pass the ball side to side and wait for the chances to come, whereas he's actually taken it to the All-Stars. Which I'd like to see out there. I think you'll see more of that from him. He's a guy who loves to get on the ball and make things happen, so I don't think you'll see much more different in the second half. He'll just like to see a bit more chances for him.
With that, we will go to a quick break. You're watching Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hey, you two, we all want to be winners, right? The winning drive comes from choosing unleaded 88, a cleaner burning fuel made from corn. That way, we all win. Now give me some weight. That's the winning drive. Now let's go get some tailgating snack.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Outdoor furniture season is here, and we've got you covered with the best selection in Central Iowa. We're featuring Poly Furniture by Berlin Gardens. Once you've seen the fit, finish, quality, and materials of Berlin Gardens Poly Furniture, it makes everything else look like it was built in somebody's backyard. We also have Iowa's best selection of aluminum, wicker, wrought iron, cushion, and sling. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
It's our spring sales event at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville. New 2024 Silverado 1500s up to $9,500 off MSRP. Our last new 2023 Sierra 1500 up to $10,000 off MSRP. New 2024 Malibu 3.9% for 72 months. And lease the 2024 all-electric Chevy Blazer for only $449 a month. Save big this spring on all new Chevrolet and GMCs in Knoxville, Iowa. DeArmondChevyGMC.com.
free Godfather's Pizza. Begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network. The Menace lead the ICL All-Stars 2-0 in this friendly match to showcase the best talent of the ICL All-Stars. I'm Thomas Campbell, joined in the booth with George McCready. George, what do you think the All-Stars need to do better? You said they were playing very one-dimensional near the end of that second half. What do you think they can improve on going into?
Yeah, at the moment it looks like they look like a team going forward, at least, that haven't played together before. It's a lot of long balls going forward, and the runs have been mistimed or there's no one there. They just need to get the ball down, take a leaf out of the Menace book, really, and get that ball down, move it from side to side, and gaps will start to open up in that Menace defense.
Yeah, the Menace defense really unchallenged yet tonight. Mason Tadafu, Kylo, and Sammy Lachakare haven't really had to do much. And then Victor Hoiberg, I don't think he's touched it with his hands once tonight. He's been coming out of his box to receive it a lot, using his feet, but has not been challenged at all. Hasn't had to make a save yet. Do you think they'll be able to put any pressure on Hoiberg?
It's going to be difficult if they carry on the way they are, especially with Victor's high starting point. He's killing pretty much every ball over the top. So if they want to get some more chances in the game and start testing Victor, they'll have to get that ball down and start knocking it around.
Menace come into this game off of a win against Sueno FC. Win came 3-1. Their next game will be against Chicago City SC at Chicago, and then they return home for a homestand consisting of St. Charles FC, Sueno FC, and River Light. And those games are games that are very important to the schedule. Those teams are very solid. They did defeat Sueno, but it was a hard-fought match. And then St. Charles and River Light, those are two teams at the top of the league, along with Peoria. They've already played Peoria. But how important is it going into that match for, one, to get the first win over St. Charles, and then, two, get a little bit of revenge against River Light?
Yeah, well, every game now in the season is a big game for the Menace. They're playing catch-up after a loss and a draw in the opening half of the USL season, but they'll be hoping for big results against the two teams above them. They're two big six-pointers in the table. And then Sueno, I mean, you expect the Menace to get 3 points there, but as we've seen, they've shown good quality, and they tested the Menace when we played them away.
Yeah, Sueno FC, a team that new team along with River Light FC, new teams to the USL 2 league, but making some impact early in the Heartland division.
Yeah, the standing in the table is a bit unjust to them. They've scored against all the big sides at the top, and they've been challenging, and I think they've taken the lead in quite a few of their games.
With that, we will go to a quick break, and when we get back, we will have the second half of action between the Des Moines Menace and the ICL All-Stars. You're watching Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Welcome back to Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network. I'm Thomas Campbell, joined in the booth by George McCready as we are just about to get underway of the second half of play between the Des Moines Menace and the ICL All-Stars. Menace lead 2-0 thanks to goals from Ezekiel Padilla and Konstantinos Georgiades. Just about to get underway here, 30 seconds left on the countdown clock. It will be Smith to kick the ball off for the All-Stars as they look to really get back into this game. They had a lot of momentum early into the first half. George, do you think they'll be able to do that early in this second half, getting that break?
It's going to be more tough for them, but I think they'll come out firing. It'll be probably more like a 5-minute storm that you usually have to weather coming out in the second half. And if the Menace can see it through, then they should be able to see the rest of this game through.
Crawl with it now, plays it up to Bales. Bales, the deep ball intended for Palin, just wasn't ready for it. Falls all the way back to Tatafu.
Yeah, just a bit of misunderstanding there. The ball's going in behind and the guy's dropped off, expecting the ball to feet.
Oh, and back over to Tatafu. Menace, no real urgency, not trying to give any mistakes away in the back. Tatafu back to Hoiberg. Hoiberg playing out of his box once again, has done that a lot tonight. Palin giving chase. Tatafu with a nice turn up to Cesares. Cesares, the ball through for Konstantinos. Managed to hold his line, and he is in an onside position. Konstantinos, the shot into the bottom corner, and a brilliant start for the Des Moines Menace to this second half. Konstantinos on a brilliant run. Got a pass from Tatafu, and it's 3-0 Menace.
Yeah, it was a great ball from Mason. A bit of pressure came from the All-Stars coming out of the break, but Mason Tatafu split the lines and then found Eddie, who in turn found Konstantinos, who tucked it away very nicely.
Edri Cesares doing very well there to find Konstantinos. Konstantinos on the score sheet for the second time tonight, as it's 3-0 Menace very early into this second half.
Yeah, that's 2 goals and 1 assist tonight so far for Konstantinos, who's looking to put a claim into getting into that team on Wednesday night.
Menace traveling to Chicago Wednesday night to face Chicago City SC. Bale's now with it for the All-Stars, up to Smith. Back to Fauner. Fauner taken down by Cesares. Be a free kick for the ICL All-Stars. Bale's just taking his time here. Goes deep for Triana. Triana just taken away by Lashakur, but Gallardo brought him down. A dangerous position here for the All-Stars to maybe get one back. Just outside the corner of the box. Smith and Bales both standing over it for the All-Stars. Will be Smith. Now Bales right into Jackson Kirsch, and now the Menace on the run. Bales does well to track back. Ball played in for Krall. Hoiberg no trouble out to Kenyane. Menace now the chance to counterattack. Konstantinos switches the field. Gallardo just in an offsides position. Up to Triana. Triana into Smith.
Great defensive line from the Menace.
That high press just drawing Smith off sides.
Yeah, as a centre-back, there's nothing more enjoyable than catching your strikers offside. More frustrating than being caught offside by a team that are stepping up.
Menace just holding in the backfield, looking to create an opportunity to get upfield similar to how they did on the second Konstantinos goal earlier in this second half. Hoiberg being chased by Smith will just send it deep. Looking for Konstantinos on the run. The intensity of the All-Stars has gone down a lot as Kenyane cuts that ball off into Padilla. Padilla out wide for Gallardo. Gallardo the shot. Blocked away by Allen. Allen does well. Another situation there where you would have thought that Ezekiel Padilla could have had a shot but decided to lay it off. Will be Caceres to take this. Will be an outswinging ball. Couple players getting up for the Menace. Outswinger from Caceres. Headed off by Owen. Just over the crossbar. Chance to make it 4-0 goes awry.
Yeah, the delivery by Edric Caceres is brilliant once again. He got an assist off a set piece against Chicago, and another 2 assists tonight. His deliveries have been pretty spot on.
Caceres now. Deep ball in intended for Gallardo. Just too far for anyone to reach out for an All-Stars goal kick.
That's a bit of the commentator's curse there. Edric just overhit that last pass.
Caceres, who already has an assist tonight on the first goal from Konstantinos. Crawler now. Up to Fauner. Now back to Bales, over to Fauner. Fauner looking for Palin. Will be Tatafu winning that foot race. Ball in for Caceres. Ball in for Kenyane. Can he win the foot race? Hegelheimer does well just to force the heavy touch from Kenyane. Game has slowed down quite a bit in this second half.
Yeah, the early goal from the Menace has just been a bit of a sucker punch to the All-Stars.
Tirana now running onto that ball. The offsides call, an interesting one, as Smith didn't look to play that ball, and instead it was Triana running onto that, who didn't appear to be in an offsides position.
No, I think the linesman got one wrong there, but deemed the striker to be interfering with play. So therefore, I was given the offside.
Now with Owen over to Tatafu. Back to Owen. Washaker just being pursued ever so slightly by Triana. Ball splitting lines down to Konstantinos. Into Kirsch. Konstantinos gets it right back. Menace very patient, not trying to force anything. Yane over to Konstantinos. Upich does well. Now with Bales. Look to get it over to Palin. Berg being chased by Upich, does well with his feet once again. Into Padilla. Padilla's got some speed and he's got some room to run. Out wide for Gallardo. Gallardo, the ball in for Kirsch. Ronan Murphy there to claim for the All-Stars.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a disorganized press from the All-Stars, which you'd expect from a team that don't play together. The front four are all pressing, and then everyone else seems to be still sat on the halfway line, and it's just leaving big gaps for the Menace to pick them off.
Palin with it. All-Stars looking forward for the first time in this second half. Haven't been too threatening all game. Upich looking to get it to Bale, and it's intercepted. Konstantinos just can't find the ball in there for Ezekiel Padilla.
Yeah, a bit sloppy from Konstantinos, but he's won it straight back.
Won it straight back, has Padilla running wide. Padilla, few sloppy touches. The shot, another wonderful save by Ronan Murphy. Will be kept in by Gallardo. Now the shot from Ciceras, another wonderful save by Ronan Murphy. Yeah. Murphy, despite giving up 3 goals, has had quite the game tonight.
Yeah, the first one was a great stop, and then that second one was even better.
First save against Ezekiel Padilla, and then the second save against Edri Cicera is even better. Protecting his near post both times. Ciceras take this corner for the Menace. Will be another outswinging ball. Ball played in. Falls to the back. Lashaker unable to get a proper foot on it. Used his right. Probably should have gone with his left in that position.
Yeah, Sammy won't be happy with that one. He want that one back, and he would have tap it in with his left foot.
Oreo, the deep ball, looking for Triana. Gallardo does well. Now with Kirsch. Kirsch dispossessed and fouled there by Carlos Smith.
Yeah, the All-Stars just need someone to get their foot down and stop hitting these balls over the top. You'll see it a lot at the higher level with someone. They might initially try to start playing the ball over the top, but they have the intelligence to realise that's not working and change their game plan mid-game. But that doesn't seem to be happening at the moment for the All-Stars.
Sarah's on the run. The shot just wide of the post. Ronan Murphy did well to have it covered, and then a dangerous opportunity there from Edri Ciceras, who we know from his crosses has quite the foot on him. Looking to get on the score sheet himself there after the save from Murphy. Ball in for Smith. Smith in an offsides position once again.
Yeah, the defensive line for the Menace has been quite good tonight. These three have practiced a lot together in practice, whilst they've been looking at the other end at Carlos and Max being in defence, but they've been on the other team all together, and you can tell that they've been building a nice partnership together.
Ball out for Lashaker. To Gallardo. Now up Konstantinos. Brilliant ball in for Padilla. Dealt with by Hegelheimer. Sarah's getting chased now. Falls to Konstantinos once again. Now to Sarah's. Ball in. Kenyane. He's free and in an offsides position. Looked like he might have just been offside as he timed his run.
Yeah, it was definitely a tight one.
Menace coming ever so close to finding that fourth goal. Just over and a half an hour left to play in this match. Out to Triana. Dispossessed by Gallardo. Out for a Menace throw-in. Owen does well to get that to Lashaker. Now into Padilla. Taken away by Fauner. Fauner to Smith. Smith just looking to get it into Triana. Well, the All-Stars have been doing better at playing more than just one-dimensional. They haven't looked over the top very much, but that last pass, that through ball, they've just been unable to find that yet tonight, thanks to the Menace's high line.
Yeah, they're playing. If you look at a team and split it into three areas of defense, midfield, and attack, it seems to be the midfield and defense are all staying back, and then they're just attacking with those the four up top, which is making them struggle when they're trying to link up through the organised Menace defense.
Ball now at the feet of Hoiberg. Victor Hoiberg not really challenged tonight. One of the more boring games for him, but as a keeper, you always somewhat appreciate a boring game and a well-done job from your back line.
Yeah, Victor won't mind not having to make a save tonight. He's had plenty of the ball at his feet and shown what he can do with it.
Ball back to Owen. Now up to Blair. Ball played in for Kenyane. He's onside this time, and he will win the foot race. The cross played in, but no one there to receive. Again, Kenyane, having made a brilliant run, will be disappointed that no one was there to get on the end of that cross.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed that no one was there. It was a great ball into the box, but he does need to look up there and see that he's miles ahead of everyone else and just cut the ball back and reset it.
Ball back to Hoiberg. Does well, but gives it away. Upich just dribbling it out of bounds. It's been a main problem. It's a big concern for the All-Stars is the lack of ability to keep possession. Simple giveaways like that have been a massive problem for them.
Yeah, that's one issue you can have with plenty of substitutions in it being roll on, roll off, is you never really get your time to get into the game. Once you feel like you're getting your foothold in the game, you might be dragged straight off and back onto the bench.
Substitutions incoming at the next stoppage of play for the Menace. Charlie Bales with the ball. Back to Allen, over to Fauner. Fauner attempting a Maradona spin, unable to complete it. Over to Courier now. Headed back into play. Fauner to Courier. Out for an All-Stars throw-in, and here come the substitutions for the Menace. Will be the only two players on their bench, that being Drew Brown and Seth Comer, placing Genny Kenyane and Sammy Lachiker. Drew Brown, one of the few locals on this Menace squad, graduated from Milwaukee High School, currently plays for the Wisconsin Badgers.
Yeah, and then Seth Comer, he's currently in high school. He's a U17 guy from Iowa. He's impressed a lot since he's come in with us. He was just in for practice numbers, but he's impressed that much. He's been given the chance up there tonight.
Comer playing for Lynn Marion High School out in eastern Iowa. Ball played deep in for Carlos Smith. Allen now. Hoiberg does well. First real pressure on Victor Hoiberg all night.
Yeah, a bit of pressure, and it's a great bit of concentration just to come and collect that with his hands.
Owen over to Tatafu. Now to the feet of Quentin Blair. Ball. Tirana attempting to win it away from Owen. Hoiberg to Brown. Brown over to Comer. Comer's one touch passed as well to find Cesares, and now chance to break for the Menace. Cesares into Seth Comer, who has all the green grass in front of him. Another offsides decision from the lineman, and it was another close one. Seth Comer just hovering around the back line.
He tried his best to stay onside there, but the ball just couldn't come quick enough.
It'll be U-pitch to take this for the All-Stars. Go back to Murphy. Murphy in deep for Smith. Smith gets a shove in the back from Tatafu. Goes for another foul.
Yeah, it's poor from Mason there. He's got to try and make first contact with the ball, and once he doesn't, it's advantage to the attacker, but you can't give him away a silly free kick like that.
Dangerous position here for the All-Stars to get one back, being 3-0 down. Taken quickly by U-pitch, but ref says no as he's still having a conversation with Giotto, it appear.
Yeah, the Menace got away with one there. They were wide open from Gabriel talking to the ref. Luckily, he called it back.
Be Carlos Smith standing over this now for the All-Stars. Be an in-swinger towards the net. And he'll go for goal. A wonderful save from Victor Hoiberg, who likely wasn't expecting a direct shot from that distance, but gets down to his near post.
No, I don't think anyone expected the shot from there. It was audacious, but Victor was up to the task with some great footwork and pulled out a big save.
Will fall into the box, and Tatafu does well. Jackson Kirsch just working against Houston referee U-pitch and cleared away now, out of bounds by Carlos Smith. Smith getting the first shot on target for the All-Stars tonight off that free kick. Victor Hoiberg just doing a wonderful job to get down to his near post.
Yeah, it's the first bit of pressure we've seen in the second half from the All-Stars, and it resulted in a shot from on target.
Ball back in for Palin. Looking for Corrier. Rio wins the race with Seth Comer. Plays it in and cleared out by Kyle Owen. All-Stars showing their first bits of pressure tonight. Just 25 minutes left to play.
Yeah, it all seems like a little bit too late for them, but it'll give them confidence going into the last 25 minutes.
Hoiberg just giving it out to Owen. Menace trying to regroup after sustaining that pressure from the ICL All-Stars. Ball up to Caceres. Comer. Now with Kirsch. Out to Caceres. Caceres, the ball in. Tended for Giotto. Out off the head of Allen for another Menace corner kick. Will be Caceres to take this once again. The right footer will have a nice look at an in-swing corner kick here.
Yeah, Kyle Owen's got his head on the few of the last couple, and he'll be looking to do the exact same again here.
Just unable to keep the last corner kick down as Caceres hits that in-swinger. Charlie Bales does well. Fauner.
It's a chance for a counter.
Now to Triana. Triana out to Smith. Smith holding up the play. The shot. Deflected away.
Yeah, the Menace did well to recover there. We're hoping for a bit more from the ICL All-Stars. They were 4-on-2 at one point, but the Menace recovered very well.
Kyle Owen doing well to get back into his defensive position. And just cleared away there. He is still fighting, showing some frustration later into this game. Hagelheimer with the ball. Now with Krall. Krall to Triana. That back heel finds no one. Sarah's look to go deep, will go short to Kirsch. Giotto. Back to Tatafu. Tatafu driving. Tempted to leave it for Konstantinos.
Yeah, your centre-back's not the guy you want on the edge of the box. Tried to pull off a step over and just ran out of space.
Got a little too crowded there. Now it's Cesara's. Bales does well. Here's Drew Brown getting his first touches on the ball. Yeah, now Cesara's. Just over 20 minutes left to play. Cesara's. Can't find Kirsch. Bales now the ball into Palin. Palin wins the race against Hoiberg. Now Triana the shot. Far off target, but right there is Victor Hoiberg.
Yeah, it's a good recovery from Victor after the initial mistake, but you expected a lot more from the final shot.
Really had to hit it anywhere but where Hoiberg was, and that should have been a goal for the ICL All-Stars.
Yeah, these past 10 minutes for the All-Stars have been very positive. We expected the Menace to be the ones who were on the front foot towards the end of the half, but it seems to be the All-Stars at the moment.
Murphy out to claim. Now with Allen. Allen driving. Loses it off the foot of Giotto. Now in for Triana. Owen does very well there, and despite being tested late in this half, the Menace back line still holding strong. Palin, back to Courier. Courier looking to get it on off the foot of Seth Comer, out for another All-Stars corner kick. Only their second of the match. All-Stars bringing pretty much everyone up into this box, including their big-bodied center backs. It's Courier with the corner kick. Back all the way out to Carlos Smith. Smith mishandles it, but it falls to Bale. Bales has it taken away by Blair. Menace with the chance to run here. Fonner does very well to take that away from Giotto before the Menace could get anywhere further.
He did extremely well there, just sniffed out the danger. Heavy touch from Gabriel, and he stuck it out with play, and what was a promising attack was snuffed out.
Ball back for Tatafu. Now with Owen. To Hoiberg. Owen over to Blair. There's no real urgency. 20 minutes left to play. I've sustained a good amount of pressure within the last 10 minutes. To Hoiberg here. Into Blair. Blair out to Padilla. Padilla having a frustrating night. Will get forward. Just can't find Giotto. I see All-Stars possessing the ball much better than they have. The feet of Bales. Bales in. Looking for Palin. Palin just wins the race with Brown.
Yeah, that's what the All-Stars need to do. They possess it and they'll draw the Menace defense up, and then that's when there's spaces on in behind. But when they do it straight away, the Menace are in deep block and snuffing everything out.
Palin just can't find anyone, gives the ball right back to the Menace, and now here it's Fonner taking it away. Fonner driving, working against Kirsch. Kirsch just brings him down with a little bit of contact there. Not a lot, but just enough to force Fonner off his feet. Another dangerous opportunity here for the All-Stars.
A yellow card has been presented to the Menace's number 8, Jackson.
Yellow card for Jackson Kirsch.
Yeah, you don't usually see yellow cards in a friendly, but the ref deemed that one harsh enough offence to dish one out.
Carlos Smith and Upich standing over this. Smith the hit off the head of Kirsch and into the hands of Hoiberg.
Yeah, it's the third one they've gone for a shot, and Victor, after the last one, was ready for that one. With set pieces for the All-Stars, it's where it kind of levels things out. It's a 50-50 once you put that ball in the box, and they've not done that enough from their set pieces. They've just been going for goal every time.
Kirsch over to Konstantinos. Enos getting it back. Back to Caceres. Over to Tatafu. Konstantinos now. Comer out wide. Cross coming in from Comer. Find Gallardo. A foul there from Gabriel Gallardo. Didn't look to be a lot of question. Almost looked like Braden Allen just tripped over his own feet while pursuing that cross.
Yeah, it's the first bit of pressure we've seen from the Menace in a while. Since that goal, the third goal went in, they've taken their foot off the gas a little bit and have just coasted through the rest of the second half. And it's let the All-Stars have a few opportunities.
Substitution for the All-Stars, Javier Flores, placing Jordi Triana.
ICO All-Star substitution number 27, Javier Flores enters the game.
All in it with Caceres over to Kirsch. Now with Gallardo. Back to Kirsch. Into Padilla. Now with Caceres. Caceres the hit. Another phenomenal save from Ronan Murphy on that shot from Edry Caceres. Caceres tested the goal several times tonight. Ronan Murphy there to meet him every single time.
Yeah, that's another top save from the goalkeeper.
See that Caceres just going for the bottom corner and Murphy there to match. Caceres the in-swinger. Looking for Kirsch. Back out to Caceres. Konstantinos. Managing to keep it with some fancy footwork. Konstantinos the hit. Rings the top of the crossbar out for a goal kick. A thunderbolt of a shot there from Konstantinos. Just unable to keep it down.
He really wants that third goal of the night for himself. And when that left his boot, I think he thought it was destined for the top corner.
Ball with Gallardo. Now Padilla. Caceres. The hit. Murphy does well once again. Fumbles with it, but manages to claim. Ronan Murphy having quite the game. Has been the one bright spot for the All-Stars tonight.
Yeah, he's shown a real bit of quality in between the sticks. Pulled off a few big saves. There's been parts of qualities from a lot of the other guys, but if you had to have one standout performer for the All-Stars tonight, it would be their goalkeeper.
All played in for Flores. Now Smith shoved to the ground by Tatafu. Things getting a little bit more physical. This friendly match losing the friendliness it had earlier in the game.
Yeah, just a bit of frustration kicking in right at the end, which is always bound to happen.
Bells takes it quickly. It will fall to Flores. Unable to control. Caceres out to Comer. Up to Konstantinos. Back to Caceres. Ball in deflected. Fauner over to Upich. Comer gets a head on it. Fall to Courier. Now once again with Comer. Some one-touch play. Unable to be found to Konstantinos.
Yeah, I thought the All-Stars would bring this aggression a bit earlier on in the game and try and make the game a bit more of a fight and level the skills that the Menace possess and try and make the game more level in that sense. But it's only the past maybe 15 minutes they've shown a bit of an aggression and the game has started to level out a little bit.
Courier taking down Konstantinos there. One of the few more physical challenges, one of the more dangerous challenges of the night, but no card.
Yeah, the All-Stars are just trying to ruffle a few feathers in the Menace camp now and try and knock them off their game, which has looked to have worked in the past 15 minutes, but it's a little bit too much too late.
Constantinos just too heavy there, looking for Padilla. Out for another goal kick for the All-Stars. Murphy lofts that up. Hoyer with the head. Looking for Upich, couldn't find him, and now out for another All-Stars throw-in. Just over 10 minutes to play. Ball will fall to Palin. Palin to Bales. Back to Allen, Allen to Bales. Bales gives it right back to Allen. The ball in for Upich. Will fall Charlie Bales, but Upich was just in an offsides position. That Menace line keeping him on offsides once again, as that attack showed real menace for the All-Stars.
Yeah, Charlie Bales just getting his foot down on the ball, showing a bit of class for the All-Stars, and it gave them an opportunity. Unfortunately, they were caught offside, but that's what they've needed to do all night.
Over to Brown here. Into Constantinos. Ball in looking for Padilla. Padilla offsides once again. Linesman been very quick with those offsides flags tonight. It's even been relatively close. The flag has gone up. All-Stars play quick now out to Carlos Smith. Smith getting past Tatafu. Smith managing to keep fancy footwork. But Giotto there to support. And just taken to the ground by Javier Flores.
Yeah, great defending from Giotto there. Doubled up. He saw his centre-back partner in a bit of problems and doubled up on the man and won the ball, and then won a free kick for his team.
Tatafu goes short and back to Owen. Hoiberg being pursued. Finds Cesares now out to Brown. Ball being fought in between Fauner and Comer. Will be a All-Stars free kick taken quickly here. Fauner to Bales. Bales cutting through. Now Flores. Back to Fauner, over to Upich. Way back to Allen. Allen loses it. Now up to Padilla. He has got some speed and he's got one man to beat. Falls to Cesares. Out for Comer. Back to Constantinos. The rollover. Constantinos unable to win it. It's taken away by Courier. Constantinos with it back. Sneaks through, goes down. The call is penalty. And a chance for Constantinos, if he stands over it, to get his hat trick. He was just clipped there while making the run through. Nothing vicious, but one that you do have to award as a penalty as we take another look at that. Just clipped there by Braden Allen. Instead will be Edry Cesares standing over this. Cesares.
Yeah. I didn't expect Con to give this chance up, but he's left it over to his roommate, Edry Cesares, to took it away for him.
Cesares has had a lot of chances tonight, hadn't been able to put it in. Ref's whistle goes. Cesares fires into the top left corner. No problem there. That makes it a 4-0 game for the Des Moines Menace. Well out of reach for the All-Stars. Surprising to see Constantinos give that chance for the hat trick up.
Yeah, I think you could have two keepers in the goal there and they still wouldn't have saved that one.
Brilliant penalty there for Caceres. Just driving it into the top corner. Nothing Murphy could have done. A wall of substitutions being made here for the All-Stars. Chaboime coming back into the game, along with Triana, Varnum. Varnum, and it looks to be Carlos Martinez coming into the game for the first time. Back underway here. Carlos Zuniga coming back into the game.
5 substitutions for the ICL All-Stars. Enter the game, number 4, Marcus Varnum. Along with number 5, Juan Carlos.
Chaboime just unable to get it, and it will go out for a throw-in. Played up to Flores. Flores wins the header, and Triana running onto it, unable to find anything. Now out to Tatafu. Tatafu back to Owen. We'll give it right back to Tatafu. Blair now, neither team showing a lot of intensity with just 6 minutes left to play. Tatafu into Padilla. Padilla to Kirsch. Kirsch working against Varnum. Back to Tatafu now, back to Owen. With Hoiberg. Out to Brown. Brown switches field to Owen. Over to Tatafu. Tatafu back to Blair. And it's just looking to keep possession, not forcing anything, not looking to give up a mistake that would end Victor Hoiberg's clean sheet tonight.
Yeah, their thoughts are good. They don't need to go forward and force anything now. They'll just keep the ball for the last 5 minutes, and if a chance comes, they'll be sure to try and take it away.
Owen out wide to Padilla. Yeah, just holding in the midfield, finds Blair. Out to Brown. Brown deep, playing it into Jackson Kirsch. Just let out of bounds there by Bales, out for an ICL throw-in. Flores on it. Chaboime. Chaboime looking in for Triana. There's Hoiberg out of his box once again. All the way back to the defense of Charlie Bales. We're up to Flores. Flores looking for Chaboime, taken away. Now with Tatafu. Over to Blair. Menace just holding in the backfield, no real pressure. To Caceres, to Constantinos. Constantinos making a run, taken away by Allen. Allen deep for Flores. Hoiberg does well there with his head. Ball bouncing around, finds itself at the feet of Jackson Kirsch. Kirsch, some fancy footwork. Up to Constantinos. Corner, Giotto. Go into Padilla. Padilla, the hit. Just too light. Falls to the feet of Ronan Murphy once again. No real problems there for Murphy.
Yeah, he just lacked a bit of conviction with his final chance again there. Bit more like what it was in the first half, in front of goal, and not being as clinical he would hope to be.
All in now. Feet of Triana. Out to Ishabuame. Ishabuame just in an offsides position. That high line of Des Moines continuing to do what it's done all night and draw those ICL All-Stars into offside positions.
Yeah, that's a feature of any Troy McCarroll team. He'll be hoping to have a high line and catch the teams offside.
Now with Owen. To Ciceras, back to Blair. Back to Blair. Over to Owen. Owen to Tatafu. Over to Giotto. Yeah, back to Blair. Not forcing anything. Over to Ciceras. Ciceras out wide for Comer. It's Comer, the ball all the way across for Tatafu. Leaves it off for Padilla. Padilla the shot. Wonderful save from Ronan Murphy. That brings us to the final minute of regular play. Foul there on Giotto. Be Charlie Bales to take this. Deep for Ishibuame. Ishibuame wins the race with Brown, but Brown as well, using his body back to Hoiberg. Hoiberg over to Brown. Sent in deep. Bales now. Bales firing. Looking to catch Hoiberg out of his box, just off target. Was Charlie Bales.
Yeah, that one was audacious to say the least.
The side volley coming from 50 yards outside of the net. Don't see a lot of those find the target.
No, but the way he's been striking the ball tonight, you wouldn't put it past him.
Drew Brown over to Blair. Takes us into the 90th minute.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 1 minute to be added.
Fourth official, only 1 minute of added time tonight. Unsurprising to see in a friendly match. Tatafu back to Hoiberg. Hoiberg over to Tatafu. Now into Blair. Blair up to Constantinos. Ball played in for Gallardo. Gallardo lays it off for Padilla. Brilliant tackle there for Braden Allen. Now cleared away by Murphy. Headed away by Blair. Chibwame does well to win that. Comer takes it away. Ciceras. To Blair. And it's just a little bit of rondo drill there for Carlos Zuniga. Brown up to Comer. Now over to Ciceras. Menace just trying to kill out the last minute of this game. Up to Padilla. Padilla is free. Padilla gets around Allen, goes to ground. And that will do it here as the Des Moines Menace defeat the ICL All-Stars 4-0 in this friendly match. Take a quick break and then we will come back with our Musco Man of the Match. You're watching Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
It's our truck and SUV sale at DeArmond Ford Indianola. New 2023 F-150s. Get 1.9% for 72 months or 3.9% for 84 months. Plus up to $7,000 off MSRP. Receive a first ever $2,000 rebate on the 2023 Ford Bronco. And save on new Ford SUVs like Explorer, Escape, Edge, Expedition with 2.9% for 72 months plus no payments for 90 days. It's our truck and SUV sale at DeArmond Ford Indianola. DeArmondFord.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, Joe the Car Guy, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car is on injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible, so bring it here to Westside Auto. I have the team of experts that can fix every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a broken part, or if your car just got its bell rung. We'll do a complete physical to make sure your car is game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get you back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging out there. Move it, move it, move it.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Outdoor furniture season is here and we've got you covered with the best selection in Central Iowa. We're featuring Poly Furniture by Berlin Gardens. Once you've seen the fit, finish, quality, and materials of Berlin Gardens Poly Furniture, it makes everything else look like it was built in somebody's backyard. We also have Iowa's best selection of aluminum, wicker, wrought iron, cushion, and sling. Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homemakers at 109th and Douglas.
Welcome back to Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network. The Menace just defeated the ICL All-Stars 4-0 in this friendly match. George, what did you see out of that second half that stuck out to you?
Yeah, well, the ICL All-Stars definitely gave a lot more in that second half. I think the Menace took their foot off the pedal after that third goal early in the second half. I thought it would have killed any bit of hope for the All-Stars, but it seemed to ignite a flame in them. They didn't get their goal, but they looked very dangerous. And then towards the end, Konstantinos won a penalty, which Edry stuck away very nicely, which the 2-0 result in the second half probably flattered the Menace a bit more than the 2-0 in the first half.
Now for the Musco man of the match, that goes to Konstantinos Georgialidis, who had 2 goals, a phenomenal volley in the first half, and then scored very early into the second half. Had the first and the third goal of tonight's game. We will be back in a week as the Menace take on St. Charles FC. From Thomas Campbell and George McCready, thank you for watching Des Moines Menace Soccer on the Central Iowa Sports Network.